There's a lot of bullish hexagons right now. This is Matty All In, and he's put out this post. Why hexagons are bullish AF today on PulseChain. EthW is the dress rehearsal for PulseChain, the largest airdrop in history. HEXW equals Hex on EthW, which went up 5,000% in 24 hours, as Hex users get a free copy of all their liquid and staked coins. This is the picture. This is Hex on EthW. That was the price. It's gone up a lot since then. So let's basically go into what happened. So as you all know, the merge of Ethereum took place a few days ago. And while that was happening, there was also a fork happening. The Ethereum POW network is a fork of the Ethereum network. In simple terms, a fork changes the functionality of the blockchain network drastically. Ethereum POW is born because a small but vocal group of the crypto community believes that the network should stick to the proof of work consensus mechanism. Right, so now we have two chains for Ethereum. So when the fork, when the change of consensus took place for the old Ethereum blockchain, that then changed to proof of stake. Some of the guys, probably the miners, wanted to retain the proof of work blockchain, so they carried out a hard fork. And now we have all of our coins as a copy, just like what would happen here. That's what Matty's talking about in PulseChain on this new network. So let's see some of the comments. Matty carries on. HEXW T-share rate is lower than on ETH, which can cause retail arbitrage and parity. Do your own research. So that's the rate on the new chain. Even projects not made by the visionary founder Richard Hart are dominating the top 10 charts on EthW. PulseChain is designed even better than EthW. It's deflationary and proof of stake without pooling your coins. Crypto was invented to avoid counterparty risk. Learn more at pulsechain.com. You get a free copy of your Hex stakes. Yep. How do we access this? We're going to get into that in a minute. We're going to go through some of the details. Free money. Well, there's not liquidity there right now, but there could be in the future, and there is some liquidity. Hex is Hex. I hope there's no cheap Hex anyway. Right, so we've got to be cautious with this. Right, so here's K4K Crypto giving us a little bit of caution. For the love of God, please don't risk your sacrifice addresses to mess around with EthW chain assets unless you're extremely sure about what you're doing. Stay safe. Can you explain the dangers? Boring. K4K is buying all the Hex. Don't fall for it. So with this news chain, you're going to have to interact with a few unknown front ends, probably, maybe a different DEX or two. So this puts a lot of risk for your wallet addresses. So what some people are saying is, if you do have your sacrifice wallet address, avoid using that. You can probably add the new blockchain, probably add the new tokens and see your balances. But then if you want to interact with them, it may be wiser to move all of them to a brand new wallet and then start your transactions from there. So this is decrypted. Another warning. The Ethereum fork ETH-POW suffers bridge replay exploit. Token tanks 37%. So there's another article there you can read. So if we take a look at the price of ETH-POW, it is now $5.90 compared to ETH, which is, if we take a look at the normal ETH, the old ETH, which is 1,336 right now, compared to $5.90. So if we look at the graph, this is the day graph. We can see what it's done during the week, the month, and a bit further down when it launched on the 8th. It was at about $120 or so, and now it's at $5.90. So you can see the difference there. It's dropping in price. But I mean, some people are picking this up at this cheap price, thinking it could possibly go way up. Right, so if you want to actually see your coins on this new network, this is how you do it. Again, this is entirely up to you. You have to take in whatever risks that you consider, do your own research. This is not financial advice, just a fun video to see how to do this. I've already done this. I've added the network myself, so I haven't interacted. What I did was add the network and add the tokens to see all my coins, and they're all there, all the same balances from the original Ethereum network, which is 2.0 now, the merge proof of stake network. So this is what you do on MetaMask. Follow the instructions to add your network. So you go into the screen, you'll be presented with this drop down, which I'm sure you know about. If you press that, it takes you to all your different networks, and then you can do this. You can add a new network there. You then go into here, and then you fill in all these 5 boxes, and then you can save, and then you've got the new network. What you need to put into these 5 boxes is this. This is the info that you populate. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got a choice of the block explorers, which we'll look at in a second. So there you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You put those in there, you save, and then you've got the new network. And then you'll have it like this as a new one. It'll say Ethereum W, EthW network there. So we're all used to Etherscan. This is the blockchain explorer for Ethereum. If you want to see the new one, you can go into this site here. This is OKLink. On this site, you can see all the blockchain explorers for every single layer 1. So if you hit this drop down, there's the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and here's the new one. This is Ethereum POW. So if you click on that, you can now search addresses in here, tokens in here. You can see a bit more information of transactions, block lists, pending transactions. There you go. So you can play around with that. If we now go into here, this is Cointelegraph. And they've put out this article, so we'll see what they have to say about the fork. Does Ethereum's new ETH POW fork stand a chance? EthW price falls 65% post-merge. Nonetheless, ETH POW is gaining adoption among top mining pools and crypto exchanges. ETH POW, a separatist proof-of-work POW blockchain, forked from Ethereum's merge, which went live on September the 15th. However, the chain suffered technical issues after the launch, which put downward pressure on its EthW token. EthW price down 65% amid chain ID fiasco. The price of EthW has dropped 65% since ETH POW's launch to around $14 on September, so it's dropped more, as you can see. This article's a little bit old. According to CoinMarketCap, its lowest token was changing hands for $9.50. So you can see it's a lot lower. What did we see it at? $5.89. The losses coincided with a technical issue related to ETH POW's chain ID. Chain IDs are identifiers that help users identify one blockchain from another. Thus, ETH POW required a new chain ID to separate its transaction data from the original Ethereum blockchain after the merge. Otherwise, it risked creating a duplicate transactions. Someone talking about the problems there. The team behind ETH POW announced on September 15 that its unique chain ID is 10001. However, the data from the chain list shows that a cryptocurrency project called Smart Bitcoin Cash, operating under the ticker BCHT, has the same ID. This issue resulted in errors on the MetaMask cryptocurrency wallet. The ETH POW recognized the issue and adjusted the chain ID later on September 15. However, several miners appeared to have pulled out, despite a few major pools continuing to mine the POW chain. Notably, the ETH POW hash rate fell to 66.64 on September 16 after peaking at 80.56 earlier that day. In comparison, the hash rate of Ethereum Classic, another POW alternative for Ethereum miners, was 235 versus 310 the day before. EthW listed on some exchanges despite concerns. Eric Wall, the chief investment officer at cryptocurrency investment firm Arcane Assets, noted that Ethereum POW miners could not sustain the chain at current EthW prices. He explained, the daily rewards are 13,100 ETH, 354k instead of 20 million. There's no way miners can just keep mining the ETH POW chain, no matter how you adjust the difficulty. There simply aren't enough rewards in the system to pay for the electricity bills. That's interesting. Nevertheless, ETH was listed at some leading cryptocurrency exchanges, including FX, FTX, and Huobi. In addition, BitTrue has also introduced the EthW-based liquidity staking service that offers depositors a 6% annual return. The views here are expressed by the not necessarily views of Cointelegraph. Okay. So if we look at how Hex is doing on the new chain, that's the 15-minute chart, the 5-minute chart. Let's look at that's the 1-day chart. If we look at the 5-day chart, that's the total amount, because it's only been trading for 3 days. So you can see where it started, 0.04016, and now it's all the way up to 0.020 in the 2. So it's pumped hugely. So there's a lot of people who've bought up and they've made maybe 20, 50, 100x potentially just in those 3 days on their Hex. Right, so if we move on to this now, if you want more information on this, I haven't finished watching this. I'm about 25% through this stream. This is Matty Orlin again, and he's explaining how to buy EthW and how to swap for Hex and stake. Also, you have David Feeder here, who's done a tutorial, EthW tutorial, and that's David Feeder. So there's something there for you guys to look at with this new blockchain. You've got all your coins. Proceed with caution, but there could be some potential gains there if the liquidity comes in and you can buy and sell this stuff. It may be some profits in the future.